I said to my son, "How do you find Will Smith in the snow?" And he said to me, "Who's Will Smith?" I said, "Go to your room. He's a national treasure. Also, you look for the Fresh Prince." I said to my son, "How do fish get high?" He said, "Coral Reefer." I said, "No, dummy. Go to your room. How do you even know what high is? Also, it's seaweed."
Hey, why aren't koalas considered bears?
Because they're marsupials. Because they're marsupials. No, it's because they don't have the right qualifications.
I said to my son, "What concert costs just 45 cents? He said, "Probably one of your old concerts from back in the day." I said, "Ouch. But no, dummy. 50 cent with Nickelback." I said to my son, "Where do you find the gym in Hogwarts?" He said, "They don't look like they lift, bro." I said, "No, dummy. Look for the dumbbell doors." I said to my son, "What did 50 Cent do when he was hungry?" He said, "He went to the candy shop." I said, "No, dummy. You nasty. Go to your room. Also, 58. I said to my son, "Did you hear about the cheese factory explosion in France?" He said, "Yeah, it blew cheese everywhere." I said, "No, dummy. It was just a lot of debris." I said to my son, "What generation does Forrest Gump belong to?" He said, "What, do you want me to go to Blockbuster and find out?" I said, "No, dummy. You better watch your mouth about Blockbuster. It's Gen A." I said to my son, "How does Lady Gaga like her steak?" He said, "As a dress." I said, "No, dummy. Raw, 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 raw." I said to my daughter, "What do sprinters eat before a race?" She said, "Fast food." I said, "No, dummy. That would give them the runs. They eat nothing, they fast." I said to my son, "What did Justin Timberlake say to his family at the end of April?" He said, I know. It's gonna be May." I said, "No, dummy. Watch your Joey Fatone with me." He said, "Make sure all of our calendars are in sync." I said to my son, "What's the zip code of Dawsons Creek?" He said, "Isn't that the show with Zach Morris on it?" I said, "No, dummy. The disrespect is too much. It's 90108. I said to my son, "What's the difference between the Black Eyed Peas and Chickpeas?" He said, "Well, one is a group of people and the other one's food." I said, "No, dummy. The Black Eyed Peas can sing you a tune and Chickpeas can only hum us one." I said to my son, "What do you call a medical student who graduated online?" He said, "WebMD." I said, "No, dummy. Google Docs." I said to my son, "I hit a duck with my car yesterday by accident." He said, "I bet there was a large bill." I said, "No, dummy. Just a quack in the windshield." I said to my son, "What do you call a sleepwalking nun?" He said, "Virgin Mobile." I said, "No, dummy. You're lucky your mom didn't hear you say that. It's a Roman Catholic." I said to my son, "Steve Jobs would have been a much better president than Donald Trump." He said, "Yeah, but he would have had a really hard time removing all the windows from the White House." I said, "No, dummy." You know, it's kind of like comparing apples and oranges though, right? I said to my son, "Who is the coolest Disney character ever?" He said, "Captain Hook is single-handedly the coolest Disney character ever." I said, "No, dummy. Character ever. Tinkerbell is so fly, she can never land." I said to my son, "How do farmers party?" He said, "Hard. Heard some of these parties go way past your bedtime." I said, "No, dummy. They turn up the beats." I said to my son, "What letter of the alphabet does Beyonce get stuck on?" He said, "I didn't think she can get Beyonce." I said, "No, dummy. Oh. I'll see myself out."